Hello and welcome to day 17 of your natural breathing challenge, and welcome to your first breathing retraining practice integrated into exercise. Now, I know that when it feels like your breathing isn't working for you, it can be hard to feel confident when exercising. Maybe you find that your breathing symptoms and air hunger is worse when you're exercising. Or maybe you find that it's okay when you're exercising and distracted, but after you exercise and then you need to get in the car and start driving, suddenly you're feeling so hungry for air and yawning and chasing that good breath. What often happens is we start to overbreathe when we're on the go. We've looked at how to breathe slowly and using your diaphragm lying down and sitting up. But as soon as you go on the go and you're occupied, you're distracted, it's highly likely that your breathing pattern is going back to its fast, more upper chest and shallow breathing pattern. So join me today for a quick breathing retraining integrated into exercise. Specifically, we will be working your glutes and your core. For today, all you will need is somewhere to lie down, either a mat or on a comfortable floor will be just fine. So to start with, meeting me lying down on your back. And before we connect into our exercise, we're always going to connect into our breathing pattern. So coming into your breather's reset position, either placing your hands behind your head or on the side of your lower ribs. And just finding stillness here. If you notice your breath is stacking and feeling restricted and tight, swallow, breathe out, good, and melt the body, letting go of any tension from the face, making sure the tongue is in a rested position at the top of the roof of the mouth, with your lips softly closed together. If at any moment you need to come back to the swallow, breathe out and melt, then please do so on your own terms. And if you find it helpful at any moment today, connecting into your pursed lip breath, which is when you press your lips together as you breathe out like you're blowing out a candle. Well done. Connecting into that expansion into your diaphragm, placing the hands to the sides of your lower ribs for some feedback. Breathing in at your own time, and as you breathe out, bringing a bit of feedback into the sides of the lower ribs. You may wish to press into the sides of the lower ribs. Good. Now as you breathe back in, connecting in to that expansion below your hands. Well done. Lovely. Slowing the breath down for a moment with that pause at the end of the breath out. If you've been on the go or doing something particularly busy during your day, when you go to add that pause at the end of your breath out, it might feel a little bit jumpy. That means that you've been over breathing before this moment. So taking a moment now to slow down your breath is just what your breathing pattern needs. Good. Coming into our warm-up stretch. Our twist, as per always. Bending the knee, crossing it over your body. And then with the opposite hand, reaching, looking over towards the opposite direction to which your knee is. Finding stillness here in the body, letting any tension go. And just noticing an expansion into the sides and front and back where your diaphragm is. Lovely. Don't force it. Let it go. Other side. Remember, if that breath is getting stuck and you're trying to chase the breath in, it's only going to breath stack more. So focus on the breath out. Swallow. And let go of any tension in your face. And just sit in that air hunger, knowing that it's not a threat. And your body is learning to breathe with ease. The air hunger improves as we practice slow diaphragm breathing, not only lying down and sitting, but also when exercising. Lovely. One more moment of stillness here. And then coming back into center. Well done. So for your mini exercise, core and glute burst, 3 key things. The first thing is I don't want you to worry when you're breathing in and out, okay? I know that often there's a lot of prompting going breathe in on effort, breathe out in this point. For today, I don't want you to worry about that, okay? The second thing is if the breathing ever feels restricted and sticky, don't focus on trying to get it in. You got it. Focus on letting it go and breathing out. Pursed lip breathing may be helpful. Out like you're blowing out a candle, then going back to your nasal breathing. And then thirdly, trying to breathe a little bit softer and less noisy. We're doing low intensity movements today, so your body doesn't need you to breathe very big and enthusiastically, okay? It's normal when we start to breathe slower during exercise to feel a little bit of air hunger as your body adjusts to breathing efficiently. So just know that that's very normal, okay? So let's get straight into it. Now that we've done your quick breathers reset, little warm-up stretch, and placing your hands to your sides, heels in contact with the ground, you're going to press through the heels, tucking the hips and lifting the hips up. Good. Articulating the spine inch by inch, rolling down. And as you lift the hips back up, drawing the ribs into the hips, articulating each part of your lower back up inch by inch. Good. And then back down. Lovely. Now when you're ready, placing your hands above your head, rolling the hips up, holding at the top. Lovely. Can you find an expansion, a soft breath into where your diaphragm is? Lovely. And then when you're ready, bringing the hips back down. We've got 2 more like this. Good. Holding at the top for 2. Don't forget to breathe. And then letting the hips drop. Good. 1 more. Pressing the hips up. No need to force the hips up. It's just a soft movement and hold. Lovely. In softly. Let it go. Quiet. And bringing the hips back down. Well done. You are using your diaphragm to exercise. Now we're going to try still use your diaphragm, but with your hands down by your lower ribs. Next set. When you're ready. Tucking the hips, lifting the hips up, hold, and then lower. Good, making sure you breathe out and soften, either breathing out through pursed lips, like you're blowing out a candle. Good, hips up and hold. And just notice when you do breathe, can you use your diaphragm to breathe when you exercise softly into where your hands are and lower. Lovely. Coming into that movement, your glute will be firing up by now. Hold for 1, 2, good. And one more, bringing the hips down and then rocking the hips up. Noticing when you breathe quietly in through the nose, you can use your diaphragm. And when you breathe out through nose or pursed lips, it happens quietly. Well done. Last one is a hold with a leg extension. Bear with me, you're doing great. Reaching your left leg out, extend, good. Don't hold your breath. Bring the foot down and lower. Other side. We've got 3 more like this on each side. And then bring it back. Good. Pursed lip breath out if you need. If you need to lower the hips for a break, that's fine. Do what suits you best. 1 more either side. Using that diaphragm breath. Softly. Let go of tension in the face. Well done. And have a break. Whew. Hopefully you got a little bit of a burn in your glutes. Taking a moment to find stillness here. Bringing your hands above your head. Well done. Just rocking the knees from side to side. If the breath has started to get quite noisy or big, just bringing it back into the diaphragm. Knowing that it's normal for the breath to get a little bit bigger and noisier when we exercise. But at the moment, it can be particularly helpful to take little breathing reset moments while you're exercising, just to help create an efficient breathing pattern. All right, when you're ready for our final phase into your core, rolling into 4-point kneeling position. Finding stillness here, tucking your toes under. When you're ready, you're going to press in to the mat through the heels of your hands, hovering the knees off the ground. Hold for 2. And then bringing the knees back down. Lovely. Connect in and see, did you hold your breath when you did that? Maybe this time, focus on a soft breath out through nose or pursed lips. And lower. Good. Pressing through the heels of the hands, noticing that gentle activation in the core. Hold. Lower. You've got 3 more. Can you connect into a soft breath into your diaphragm? Hold. Don't hold the breath. Can you use your diaphragm softly? Lovely. That was a longer hold. You're doing great. And up. Good. Breathe out and melt any tension from the face. 2 more. Good. Lovely. Keep it steady, keep it soft. And then let it go. This time for the last one, we're going to be holding it for 5 seconds. Instead of holding your breath for the whole 5 seconds, can you use your diaphragm softly? Pressing through heels of the hands when you're ready. Up. Good. Exhale, let go. Soft breath in into diaphragm. You're doing great. 2, 1. Oh, lovely. Pressing through heels of hands, coming into diaphragm, child's pose and diaphragm. Good. And just letting any tension go in the body. Feeling your hands grounded on the surface beneath you. find rhythm in the breath. And inhale into the sides. Lovely, then letting it go in the body. You may need to pause and swallow, particularly at the end of the breath out. If you need to slow your breath a bit, if you're noticing it's going very, very fast, you'll need to go in soft, let it go in the body, swallow, good, and just pause. Not a long pause, just 1 moment. Good. Lovely. Oh, breathe out, soften any tension in the face as you come back up. Don't breath stack it in. And just to finish up, coming in to your cat-cow. Arching the back. Lovely. Breathe out, melt any tension in the face. Good. Breathe out softly. Let any tension go in the jaw and the eyebrows. 1 more. Lovely. And when you're ready, getting into a comfortable position. Can we finish off with a reach from side to side, just to stretch and open up the side of the rib cage? Nice, we've done this one before, earlier on. Try not to guard into it, let it go. Good, other side. If it's stacking, swallow, breathe out, and then melt. Lovely. Taking your time to warm down, even though this was a small burst of exercise. Taking a moment to warm up and to warm down is really important, particularly using it as an opportunity to create your breathing rhythm, where you're breathing into diaphragm. In your warm down, bringing your body back into more of a balanced rhythm, where your breath is slower. You're using the diaphragm without forcing it. Good. Letting go of any tension from the body. Swallow and soft pause at the end. Well done. You should be really proud of yourself if this was your first time doing even a little bit of exercise. And I know it was a relatively short rotation of 2 exercise movements, but I hope that helped you realize that you can use your diaphragm to breathe when you exercise. And you can pick little moments during your exercise rhythm to make sure you're not over breathing and breathing too much. What that involves is breathing not super, super noisy early on. It's not efficient, it's not needed. Save that for when you're doing super high intensity exercise. But if we do that during low intensity exercise, it just spikes our breathing rhythms and has us feeling not that nice. And I hope it helped you realize that you can do this. You can start to ease yourself back into exercise. It's really important to make sure that you do get personalized guidance during this journey. So know that as breathing physios, respiratory physios, we are here to help you, whether you're wanting to get back into exercise, whether you're wanting to get back into running, strength training, your regular Pilates practices, The world's your oyster, but it's important that your exercise breathing rhythms are tailored to you. I have something very special in the works at the moment too that I know will help you a lot in reaching all of your breathing and exercise goals, so stay tuned. But in the meantime, I can't wait to see you for day 18. Wow, I'll see you then. Well done.